Hey guys, this is the weekly third week's weekly review on my simple pattern strategy on the demo account. This has been the worst week to date of the strategy. I only had one trade take profit that was entered this week. Two trades from last week that were finished off on Monday. I left them under last week's stats, even though they sort of hit. They were taken last Friday. Hit the profits on Monday. It was the Euro Yen wedge and the Euro USD wedge both hit their take profit, which propped the account up from around 11,600 up to about 12,130 odd. So we were up by about 20% at that point on Monday. And then we proceeded to go through with four losses in a row. The Euro pound that we had open, I was looking at and talking about this one here. When price was banging around down here, I was actually saying live, we did on the previous update, that if it was a live account and a live trade, I'd be considering pulling the trade there, because I felt that the way everything was moving, it just didn't look likely to keep going down. In the end result, it didn't keep going down. It's obviously reversed and stopped out. So I didn't take it off. I left it on as per the trade and took the full stop on the account. So that one stopped out. I had a bull flag on the US yen over here. So there was a long in here. I had a bull flag here. It triggered along here, which got stopped out. So that lost 45 pips. I had the pound Aussie, which I think I've already talked about previously, which I had a bull flag in here. And this run up above this high triggered it. I had this, I've altered it since, but I had this at the time. It was down here like this. This triggered it and looked like it was going to be good for a bit, but then it went straight back down and took us out. I've now readjusted that channel to incorporate the majority of these highs that are being hit, and we're still inside that channel. So it's no longer a bull flag though. It's definitely looking to be a downstream. So that was a loss that we took, and we also had a Euro Aussie bull flag in here, which I thought might have been a long from something like this. And I had a long breakout long up here. That got triggered. It ran high, ran through it. It actually ran to a 1-to-1. So it stops down here at 50 pips, and it ran up 55 pips. So it would have just tagged a 1-to-1 risk reward long. Would have taken profit. As it was, it didn't. It came back down. I actually stopped this out a bit early. It's 30 pips risk, and it just kept dropping down. It would have just taken it straight out. So I put it in the stats as a full 50 pips stop out, but on the account it actually only took 30 pips loss. So the account's probably doing a little bit better than what it would be if I followed that exactly. So that took a 50 pip hit. And we had a pound USD, which was the only one that actually hit the stay profit. That was a head and shoulders. Triggered. There was no drawdown, just went straight down. And he just took out the take profit too. I actually thought this might keep going, but it triggered it here, and at this point in price was on this big bearish candle. It looked like it was going to keep crashing lower. I thought, oh, maybe I've jumped out too early, but then we retraced and since dropped. So, and that gave us 130 pips to the profit side, which is our first profit. And there's our 4%, so we sort of covered a couple of our losses. And AUD, I've still got running a sell on this bear flag. It was triggered here. Again, it would have hit the take profit in this initial punch down on a one-to-one basis. It reversed right back up, formed another channel. I actually set up another short entry on a break of this channel, which we broke down, triggered that short entry. We failed to keep going and pulled right back up, and that was the loss. It was the second entry on this, and this actually, I didn't go a full 2% on this. I only had 1% risk on this loss because I already had 2% on this trade here. I went in with another 1%, which gave me 3% overall on the Aussie. But I would have made 6% overall if it had dropped down to this take profit level. So 25 pip loss on that. May end up being more yet if this first bull flag doesn't pay us out. So if it does pay out, then I'll see it up overall. So that was 25 pip loss on that. So out of that, closed trades for the system. We also had a pound yen, which is not yet in the stats. I was short on a bear flag here. Fairly nice pattern. We had this spike out of it, but it still came down and triggered the entry. The entry was set up when price was in here before it did this spike. It was set up overnight and then it triggered it early in the morning before I got to it. But anyway, it dropped nicely, came to within 10 pips of the take profit twice. Came down here, came down a bit closer here. It was sort of 5-6 pips away. And I was watching price here. I actually tried to video it as it was going to take the take profit out. And this is where the pound USD trade took profit on this punch down. This one, it just missed it at the same point in time. And I was sitting here thinking, do I just take it, do I hold it, do I take it, do I hold it? And then it went back up and it went back down. I said, oh, here we go, it'll make one more step down. And then it stopped, and at this point I thought, I actually tried to stop down to just above these highs, so that I at least locked in some profits, took sort of 45 pips off it. And as it works, it went up, took the trail stop out a little bit higher and then dropped down. So that propped the account up a little bit. As it works, so if I'd held it overnight, it would still be, the actual balance would be a bit lower, but the equity would be a bit higher because it would actually be higher up in profit. So it may well end up dropping down through here. I'll wait and see what I do before I add it to the stats. If it reverses from here and goes straight through the original take profit level, I'll put it down as a loss. If it drops and runs through the take profit, then I'll put it down as a loss, as a profit. So if it runs through the stop loss, I'll put it down as a loss. If it runs through the take profit, I'll put it down as a profit trade on the stats, just so that the stats are kept true and correct as to the pattern. Even though I have actually already taken it off on the account. And in hindsight, obviously should have just taken it off when it was down here and I was looking at it. I mean, I'd have been better off doing that than trailing the stop. Should have either done that or let it go to fruition. And I think that's a real learning curve, trailing your stop. Can protect you sometimes, but often it just means you get stopped out on a move like this. So, that sort of spoilt the week a little. If we had that take the full profit, then those two trades would have put us into profitable situation on the week. Not by much, but at least by about 2% up. Partly because I went in with smaller risk on the Aussie US. I think I also only lost 1% on this US yen trade. I didn't lose, so they go with a full 2% on that. So, the pound New Zealand, I actually had a pending long on this, which never got triggered, so I ended up pulling it. The the Euro Aussie, yeah, once it failed on this, I stayed out of it. We just kept bouncing on this support level. Aussie again, I didn't see anything all week, and CAD Swiss, I didn't see anything all week. So that leaves us with a Euro yen short on a bear flag here, which looked really good. It triggered it. It came back and played around the entry level a bit and then dropped. Would have taken a 1-to-1 risk reward trade out, and then reversed strongly late Friday. So has closed slightly in profit for Friday. So it depends how week's open. Depends how big the gap is. It may gap and take us out. It may gap and give us profit. Wait and see. Overall, I'm inclined to think it doesn't look like the bottom of it yet. It could be, but it doesn't look like it yet to me. So I think it could keep dropping, especially the pattern, the shape of this top. It looks like it could come down, whether it comes all the way down to the take profit level or not, we'll have to wait and see. If it does, then we take 120 pips, 4% profit off it, so that would help. What else have we got open? We've got a US CAD double top in here. This can be the trouble with trading double tops when you put your loss below the peak, the dip of the double top. It becomes just a channel. So we're just trading inside a range here, and it triggers our entry right at the bottom of the channel, and then comes back up, comes back down, comes back up. It drive through and break through the bottom of the channel strongly here, so we may roll over and keep dropping. I've got quite a wide stop on it. 70 pips, still only a bit less than 2% risk, so that's closed out slightly in profit. The Aussie, we've still got this short on from this initial bear flag. I'll hold on to that, see what happens. And the US yen, we've got a inverse head and shoulders here with the down head, the left shoulder and the right shoulder. There's the neckline. And I had a long place just above the neckline level that was triggered, and then the price has pulled back into the neckline and it's going sideways. This sort of thing can happen with head and shoulders patterns, so I'll just be patient. But if the US CAD is going to drop on this, then it's most likely that our US yen trade will end up being stopped out. If the US CAD gets stopped out, then it's hopefully likely that the US yen will take profit. Hopefully we'll get something out of one of those. So overall for the week we are down about 0.5% on our worst week yet. Interestingly, if we had been trading 1-to-1 rather than 2-to-1s, in the first week we'd have had 11 wins and 1 loss for a total of 2% risk, 20% up. In the second week, we would have had 8 wins and 2 losses, or 12% profit, so overall 32%. And this week, if we had traded 1-to-1s rather than 2-to-1s, we would have actually had 5 winners and 4 losses, so we'd be up by 1 winner or 2%, which doesn't leave us much. And the US yen trade would still be open, the US CAD trade would still be open. The rest would be closed. The Euro yen would have taken profit, and this first Aussie trade would have taken profit. So, and then we would have lost it on this one. So the Aussie would have balanced itself out. The Euro yen would have been a profit. The US yen, the pound yen would have been a profit. And the US yen, pound USD would have been a profit, but it would have been less. It would have taken profit up here in this first move, so it would have been smaller. It would have just been 60 pips rather, or 65 pips rather than 135. Depending on how it would have been 2% anyway, even if you put your stop up there and had a 100 pip stop and a 100 pip profit, you'd still take just stop up there 170 pips, and we still haven't hit that, so nice. But yeah, so the interesting thing is we'd actually be 2% profit if we were trading 1-to-1s. So it'd be interesting to see how often that happens. And our profit scenario in our 2 good weeks would have actually been better trading 1-to-1s, because these losses, this one, and the US CAD there would not have been losses. and then on the second week, 2 of these losses would have been profits. So yes, while we made more on our winners, we actually had more losses. So so that's interesting analysis from there. The next week, I'll probably be keeping a lot of these trades open and seeing how they roll. Don't see anything obvious standing out. I might do a bit more analysis on this with these things sitting up on the Euro pound. And US, I think we're potentially just going to keep dropping from here. This head and shoulders are still in play, so that might keep dropping, which might mean the pound yen might keep dropping. Certainly looks like it might at this point. So there might be another setup there, or the pound New Zealand, or something else might set something up. Wait and see. Anyway, I will attack next week. That's the review for the third week, and we'll see how we go next week on our fourth week, end of the first month of the Simple Patterns trading strategy. Cheers, guys.